All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar, going over all the new FastDraw features that have become available here. I'm excited to kind of bring it to you. My name is Jimmy Paulette. I'm the Director of Client Services here at FastModel. And I'm excited to kind of talk through FastDraw. This is some big new updates that the team has been working on over the last couple years to try to bring to you and enhance your workflows even more and make it as easy as possible to be able to create the content that you need to be able to deliver for your team and for your players all season long. So just a few housekeeping items before we get started. This is a live webinar. If you would like to ask any questions throughout this webinar, please feel free to utilize the Q&A functionality. That will send that question directly to me, and I'll be happy to answer it as we're going through this webinar to again allow you to get the maximum out of this time. And the second housekeeping item is this is being recorded. You might notice the blinking red dot there. This is being recorded. If you would like a copy of this recording, please feel free to reach out to your account manager or to our support team, and we'll be happy to send that over to you so you can watch it at your leisure as well, or for anybody else on staff that may be missing out on this at this time. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Just to kind of give you kind of the outline of what we're going to be going through today. The goal of this presentation is to really introduce the new platforms to you, so you can kind of see both how they work and then how they integrate with everything existing. You'll get a kind of a tour of the web platform, how to create new plays, some tips and tricks, some of the ways that you can, some of the new things in kind of labeling and customizing within your play library. And then the big new feature with animation, kind of going through that as well. And then as well as kind of some of the existing things that have been there in the past, like adding video, creating playbooks. But we'll also jump into our brand new iPad app as well, and kind of both drawing and animating on there, as well as going and using our cool little whiteboard feature there too. So that's kind of what we're going to go through today. We'll start. I want to just kind of we've had existing FastDraw platforms for decades now, and it's been a very reliable, dependable platform for people to be able to use to create their playbooks, to draw their plays for years and years and years. And we don't want that to go away. We just want to add to that. So everything that existed before still exists now, and it can still be used in tandem with everything that you see here. It is just a forward integration. So we have our FastDraw Desktop and FastDraw Pro iPad that has been used in the past. It will still be able to be used, but it is a forward integration, meaning that if you fast share, everything that you do from there will go to our FastDraw Web platform. So it will move forward. It will not go from, if you create something on the FastDraw Web platform, it will not go backwards to the FastDraw Desktop or FastDraw iPad platform. The analogy that makes sense to me and hopefully makes sense to others is like if you had a PlayStation 3 game, you can play it on a PlayStation 5, but if you have a PlayStation 5 game, you won't be able to play it on a PlayStation 3. So it'll always move forward. All the plays will be able to move forward to the newer platforms, but not necessarily backwards there. But what is cool is the new iPad app and the FastDraw Web automatically sync. There is no fast sharing. There's no anything like that anymore. With all of the new platforms, it's just automatically backed up. Like your scouting reports have been backed up in the past, in FastScout, all that information, again, backed up on our servers so that you don't need to necessarily do anything to back up that information. But yeah, I just want to make sure to go over that quickly so that you can kind of see that and kind of understand how that all works together. Again, if you still want to use the desktop platform, that is still an available option to be able to draw plays. You can draw a play there, hit the fast share button, it will go onto the web platform, and then you can animate that play from there. It's just however it is comfortable for you, you'll be able to use those existing workflows. So let's jump into our demo here. So let's go over here to FastScout. And so this probably looks pretty typical to you, where you have your scouting reports and you kind of see your tabs at the top. You'll still have your plays tab right up here. If you click there, this should look familiar, but kind of updated a little bit from what you've seen in the past. So you can kind of see here that all of your plays from FastDraw will be updated here. But there's a couple new buttons now. You have a new play where you can kind of create new plays here, and then you'll also be able to edit plays over here for existing plays. At the top here for this tab, you have your Draw tab, and hopefully this feels familiar to what you had in the FastDraw desktop platform in the past, where you had your kind of your Draw tab and then kind of your Playbooks tab kind of moving left to right. But your Draw tab, you'll be able to search by season, filter for season, team, series, etc., and be able to try to find specific plays using filters. You can search for specific plays as well. You can also sort by clicking on any of the column headers, and it'll sort by that particular field. So yeah, you'll be able to manage that, be able to quickly and easily find your plays, and be able to see them all listed here. You can obviously click on plays and you'll be able to see, your frames that you've created, et cetera, et cetera. And then moving across, we'll talk about playbooks more here in just a little bit, and as well as fields. You can manage your teams series, and our brand new one that we've added to this platform is tags, where you can tag specific plays with whatever information you want to be able to further, organize and curate your play library. But you'll be able to see all of your teams here. They'll be connected to the existing team in FastScout. So if you create a play, let's say on Notre Dame here, it's going to have the nice logo. It'll be connected to that particular team. Moving forward, you'll be able to kind of, it's going to be a lot easier to kind of sort and look through all that information. Moving back over here to the Draw tab, let me click on a play here. If you look over the play, you'll be able to zoom in and out on the frames for that particular play. You'll be able to even print off a play quickly and easily from right here. And then you'll also have all your different attachments, which we'll go through after we go through a play here. Whenever you want to create a new play, just simply hit the new play button. And that's going to open up your play frame for you. So it's nice. It kind of opens up this little page where you can kind of see this information, and you can start drawing right away. So you have all of your different positions and actions up here in the top left corner, which you can easily drag and drop and place right on the page, or if you want, right on the frame if you'd like to. You can also play around with your court dimensions. You can see, different front court, back court, if you want to do full court. If you want to rotate it side to side, you can do so as well. Out of bounds, you can, if you want the end lines to be on there, you can turn them off, turn them on, etc. And then all your different hash marks and everything, you can choose to have on or off as well on the court. So yeah, obviously you can always drag and drop using those positions and actions. For me personally, I think it's a lot easier to use the fast place functionality. That's going to be this button right here, where I can come in here and click on particular players and place them on the floor, wherever I want. And then if I click one, that'll give him the ball after, or him or her the ball when I'm done with that. So you can kind of see, kind of set up however you want. And then this little pencil icon right here will allow you to be able to quickly and easily, draw the actions for that as well. So you can obviously take your different actions and you can drag them onto the page, or you can be able to draw right from here. So for this play, I'm just going to kind of do a basic horn set, kind of bring both these up here. And then one thing that when you're drawing with this is make sure that when you're doing an action that you hover over, you see the little shaded circle around that particular player that indicates that that action will be for that particular player. And then you can kind of dribble. So that's going to kind of put together your actions so that they make sure that everybody kind of moves, wherever they want to move. And then once you've kind of done for that particular frame, the actions for that frame, you can hit the fast build. Again, this should feel very familiar. It'll move all those players where they're supposed to go. And you can keep moving and drawing from that particular one. So you can still go frame by frame and be able to see all that information. With each frame, you'll be able to write any frame description. You have all your basic word processing functionalities as well. Bullet point, underline, bold, italicize, etc. That you want to put on there. Um, and then up here at the top, you'll see all of your play information. You can, of course, click on the settings menu, and then you can be able to edit all those play details. I can put in a play name that I want to put in, make sure it's on the team I want it, the series. I can add any tags that I want to add in. And then use your court type, if you whatever level of court you'd like it to be. And then your season and any notes you have for that particular play can go right there. So in terms of building a play, that's again kind of the quick, easy way to do that. Is there any questions at all so far about kind of drawing a play like that? It doesn't look like it. So I'll hit done. If you didn't save your play or anything like that, when you hit the done button, it's going to ask you to give a play name. You can just come in here, sample horns, and hit save. And then you'll be able to see, that play there, et cetera, et cetera. We do have some cool drawing tips and tricks and hotkeys to kind of make that drawing even easier. I'm going to paste kind of the list of hotkeys here in the chat so that everyone can have access to that page, be able to look at those hotkeys to kind of make the drawing even easier. I'm going to go into a play I've already created here and kind of work on this play. So if you ever want to change anything, you can, of course, come to edit play and be able to, again, go in here, be able to edit that play however you want. This is a little more complex play with a little baseline out of bounds, but I really like it because I think it's a really good animated play. And that's what I want to show next is animation here. So if you look down here at the bottom, we have the animate button. I can click that, or on that hotkey list that I shared, you can click the A button, and that's going to pop our animation menu out. So every single action that is existing in this play is identified here with its own little bar. And you can see a little timeline above this play. So this to here is 1 second, to here is 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, etc. You can, on the right-hand side here, add as many seconds to the play as you'd like. Since this is just a baseline out of bounds, the entry pass off of a baseline out of bounds, I only have it at 5 seconds. But you can, of course, make anything as long as possible. If you want it to be a 30-second play, you can make it a 30-second play, and so on and so forth. You'll notice your players down here and their different actions that they have. So, for example, the 2 player is just going to make this one cut to right there. You can see that action identified here. I have them starting at the 1 1/4 second mark and taking to the 3 second mark to get over there. Yeah, and so there will be some automated animation timings. So like if I set a screen, if 5 setting a screen here, 4-2, so that would automatically have the screen come before 2 would leave. But you can kind of play around with it. Each of these are draggable and droppable, so I can place them wherever I want on that timeline. And then if you click on the bar on either the left-hand side or the right-hand side, you can shorten their timing or extend it if you want them to take a little bit longer to get there. So you can really play around with the timing, how long it takes, very quickly and easily, and be able to see, second by second, how long that will take. And then kind of when you start it, you can kind of play through, and you can kind of see how all of that works together. When you're doing this, you can also scrub through as well. So I can kind of drag along that timeline to kind of see how they're all interacting. If I want to talk to player 1 about what they're supposed to see, when they're putting in this entry pass, it's a good way for them to be able to kind of visually see, now you pass it to 3, now you look for 2, now you look for 5, etc. As they're rolling to the hole. So a lot of quick and easy ways to kind of put together the animation. I just want to kind of identify this button down here as well. This button will indicate that this is just for this particular frame. If you want to kind of splice all of the frames together, this button will allow you to kind of combine all of the frames into one timeline menu. So if I have a 4-frame play, like this is just a 1-frame play where all those actions are kind of done at once. But if I had this in 4 different frames or something like that, I could click this button and all of that information, all of those other actions from the rest of the frames would be edited here as well, and I can kind of play around with that timeline too. Yep. Cool. Any questions on animation at all? I got one question here on playback timing. Obviously, when it plays, it goes at the speed of the timeline here. So since I have this being 5 seconds long, it's going to take 5 seconds to do that particular play, and each action will take exactly how long it takes here. So this is 1 3/4 seconds for 2 to run from here to here. You can of course extend these to make these as long as you want and shorten them accordingly. So that if you want it to go a lot slower, you just make those actions a little bit longer, and then that will be that when that playback comes, it'll be slower as a result. That was a great question. Thank you. Yep. Yeah. So that's kind of the quick gist of being able to draw right here from the FastScout platform, be able to kind of create and edit those plays, draw new plays, edit the plays that are existing. Again, if you draw from the FastDraw desktop platform, you hit the Fast Share, all of those plays will update here in the play library, and you can come here, edit that play, and be able to put the animation on there and things like that. So if you have one coach that just wants to use that FastDraw desktop platform, that's no problem. You can still animate those plays through this method. Yeah. So with each play, you'll notice, and I mentioned this briefly, that you have kind of these little attachment menus. This first one is obviously the image of that particular play. You'll be able to see those frames. This little play icon is going to be the animation for that particular play. And again, you can quickly and easily be able to watch that play be animated and see again all those actions. And you can scrub through as well on this in this area, so you can kind of see each action that you want to be able to see and be able to talk through the play quickly and easily. To the next level here, you can also add additional video. So if you ran this in practice, you want to add a clip, you can do so. If you have this in your Synergy editor or something like that from a game, you can quickly click right here. You can either add from your computer as an MP4 or MOV file, or you'll be able to add directly from your Synergy editor and put those clips right into and attach to that particular play. I won't go too much into distributing through FastScout, but all of these plays, similar to what has been available in the past, you can send these out through the FastScout mobile app if you want to send this out to your players. So similarly to how you send out your scouting reports to the mobile app, you can also send out your plays. I can click on any particular play, select the coaches and players I want to send it to, and hit save, and it'll appear on their mobile app, be available for them to be able to view. You can do that in bulk as well by selecting multiple, right click, and then you can edit the mobile access and be able to send that out to whoever you'd like. And that will include everything that we saw here. That will include the play, the animation, and any videos that you attached would all be there available for your players right there on the mobile app. So yeah, let's kind of talk the first iteration of Playbooks as well. If you would like to create a playbook through this platform, you can. Just select the plays that you'd like. I'm just going to quickly just select 4 plays. You would just right click, and then you can create a playbook. So I'm just going to call this, September 21 playbook, and hit create. And that's going to bring us over here to the Playbooks tab, and it's going to have all of those plays directly into the playbook. So you can kind of see even the animation will kind of show up when you look at that particular play. If I hover over it, it'll show the animation for that play, which I think is pretty cool. And if you'd like to do a quick printout of that particular play, you can just download the PDF. You'll see that will open right here, where you can kind of quickly and easily see. It will start off as a 2x2, so meaning 2 frames per row and 2 rows per page, and each play will start on a new row. Those settings at this time are not editable, but they will be hopefully by the time the season starts, that you have some control over what's being shown and what's being shown and where. But you can kind of see it kind of creates that playbook, has all of your notes and everything in there. And again, really easy to quick either download or print if you would like to. Yep. Yeah, so that is the drawing functionalities here on the web. Again, all of these plays can also be added into scouting reports, so you can have that, the same functionalities that you've had in the past are all still available. Everything can go into a scouting report. The animation will be in the scouting report as well. Any videos you attach would automatically go into the scouting report too, and make that as easy as possible for you. And there was a question on the order of the plays, if you can drag them around. At this time, you cannot. That is something that will be coming here. So it's going to depend on the order that you select them from the menu here. So if you select them in this order, that will be the order they come in. If you did it, this, then that. If I do that one, then that one, then that one, that would be the order it would come in. So whichever order that you select them will be the order that they are in the playbook. Thank you for asking. That will be something that's updated by the time the season starts, though. It's something that we're working on. We wanted to make sure to get that kind of first iteration for you quickly and easily. Cool. So next I'm going to come here to the iPad app. So if I share my iPad, all right, so this is the iPad app. It's called FastDraw for iPad. So that's this one right here. If I click that, that'll open up and you'll see again all of your plays here. If you ever need to refresh, you can just drag down and that's going to refresh your play database. But you can see that those games were like that sample horns was already in here and available for you. Up at the top here, this is going to be your button to be able to create a new play. You can always create new plays here, be able to draw them up using your finger, or you can use an Apple Pencil as well to be able to draw directly onto the iPad, which is, I think, a cool little feature to be able to make that as easy as possible. And then you can also, of course, look at any particular play and edit that particular play by just clicking on the frame. So I'm here in this Wildcats game waiter, click on that particular play. I can take all those frames and be able to edit accordingly and be able to play around with that. You can also just, again, use your finger or your Apple Pencil to be able to draw right on your iPad to be able to draw those plays. And you have all those exact same kind of building functionalities down here at the bottom, where you have your kind of your scribble, you have your color coding icon if you want to change colors and things like that. You can edit all the actions, simple drag and by clicking there. It's going to kind of put those cursors on everything, and then you can kind of move them around quickly and easily. And then the scribble one is where you can easily kind of just draw right on the page. So that kind of makes that easy. Those are these menu items right down here at the bottom. And then you can kind of build forward and backward on the frames using the fast build functionalities down here. And then you have your undo and your redo functionalities here in the bottom left. And of course, you can put your actions and players directly onto the page, from the left-hand side if you would like to. And you can also work on the animation here directly from the iPad app. So if I pull up from the bottom, the black menu bar, pull that up, pull that up, I'll see all the actions. Again, very similar menu. You can see all your second timing and all of those actions for particular players and what you want them to do. In this particular play, we have a pass. So you can see the pass is reflected by the gold bar here. And then you can see this action is dependent on that pass happening first. So it's kind of highlighted with that gold shading as well. So you can kind of be able to kind of piece that all together. Again, I can hit that play button, see all those actions move accordingly. And again, if you've got multiple frames, I kind of showed this a little bit as well. That's down here. I can post those together and you can see those additional frames popped up and those actions popped up there on the right-hand side. Yep. And so all those edits that you make here, again, will get automatically updated on the web platform and vice versa. So they're always connected and kind of communicating to each other. In the same way, you can kind of filter by the season, team, series tag. You can do so here as well, kind of play around, be able to find all that information, again, quickly and easily. And one other cool thing here on the iPad is our whiteboard app. So obviously you have all those kind of those drawing functionalities, but if I swipe here from the right-hand side, that's going to pull up our whiteboard. And so this is just, again, kind of a quick, easy way if you want to pull out your Apple Pencil, be able to kind of quick draw, but this is going to feel more freehand, like a marker on a whiteboard, type thing, to be able to draw. So I can kind of put, again, that kind of the horn set, and then, kind of be able to draw around and kind of place that all together. You can, of course, color code. You see all the colors down here at the bottom. You can kind of make this I have this as a front court, but you can make this a full court if you want to, and draw however you want to draw, front court, back court, etc. Again, this is designed to be quick, easy, freehand drawing. If you want to kind of scribble some stuff out, jot some ideas before even getting to that, or you have at practice, you want to quick scribble something together, kind of show your players, you can do so there as well. And all of this is screenshotable, so you can kind of take screenshots to kind of keep your notes and everything like that, for all the ideas that you create on this. Cool. So kind of to recap everything. So again, this is everything that we've kind of gone through here. This is all brand new, so we're excited to show this to you. Our team has been hard at work on this for a couple years to kind of bring this to life, and a lot of these new and exciting functionalities to be able to do. So if you have any questions, ideas, feature requests, things like that, we're all ears to kind of continue to build this and make this platform as great as possible, as great as it can be for you and for your existing workflows and creating new workflows and everything like that, to be able to maximize your time as coaches and be able to create the best content possible for your players. If you do have any of those ideas, please feel free to reach out to our support team or to your account manager. I know that everybody would love to be able to chat and talk through ideas and things like that. Again, this is brand new. It's really exciting, but we didn't want to take away from what already was existing, a very trusted and reliable platform. We just wanted to add to it with a lot of new and cool and exciting features. And we're very excited about it, and we hope you are too. It looks like there are no other questions here. So I will, if you do have any questions after this, please, again, feel free to reach out to your account manager or to our support team. We'll be happy to hop on a call or anything, a screen share, and kind of chat through it with you. You can always, of course, go to our help menu. There are support pages for all the new FastDraw Web functionalities, for you to be able to check out and kind of work on and utilize as well. Again, if you'd like a copy of this recording, please feel free to reach out and we'll be happy to provide that for you as well. Thank you again, everybody, for your time, and have a great rest of your Thursday.